Okay, so now I'm going to just go over the blog features. So very similar to the portfolio and that they are subsection pages. So the main blog is here. You can have as many blogs and as many portfolios as you want to. So with a blog, it's going to be this little pen. That's how you know it's a blog. Here we have the main blog page. Again, just like a portfolio page, you can actually add sections above your blogs. So here are the blog posts, which are managed within your blog. So if we click into your blog, these 4 blog posts, title 1, 2, 3, 4, are right here. So anytime you add a new blog here, they will show up over here. And you can actually create a blog page again with different sections. So let's say you have your title. If you wanted to, let's say, add a blank section and you want to pull in a summary block will pull in any gallery or posts in your through that are you have a gallery. A summary block will pull any blog post or any gallery section on any page of your website. So in this particular section, we're going to pull the blog, and then let's say, so these are actually the exact same as what we have down here, but let's say we only wanted to show, we're going to do a carousel. Actually, let's do a carousel. Let's do square, and we're going to do not the excerpt, and let's do content. So we're going to filter the items. I don't have any categories here, but let's say this was my post. It's about design, and I've set tags for each post for like living, kitchen, like staging, what have you. And I only wanted to post up here something that was specific to a certain category. So what I could do is I would come up here and I would pull the category based on the tag, like based on the category I have set. So categories are like your, let's say, 4 to 5 main topics that you typically will write about. So if you do that on Instagram, they're like your content pillars. Tags are something that can be used more like liberally. You might have like 20 tags. So let's say you have kitchen and you have bathroom, might be your main, let's say, categories, and then maybe you'll have like modern or chrome or mid-century or what have you. So that would be your categories. Okay, sorry, just had to pause there. So if we had the main blog here and then we came in here, we added our summary block, this is how we could break down different categories, and then again, just sub-tag them. It's really up to you how you want to organize your blog posts in the future. So let's say this would be one section if we wanted to, and then down here we could have all of them, or we could just do different subsections. So everything related to one category, do that again. Everything related to another category. If you wanted to, you could throw in a gallery. You could put in a contact form down here at the bottom, or you could put in, I have here, to subscribe to the newsletter. So lots of different ways that you can style this, but for the main thing, this is just basically how you can organize your main posts. So I'm just going to discard this. Let's look at what I've done here. So in this particular case, every single blog post within this main blog page is organized here. So we can come up here to the little pen, just like how you can do in portfolios, and we can modify how we have this set up. So this is the grid blog. We can do side by side, which will stack them like this. You can do alternating side by side like this. And again, we can utilize these here to do, let's say, a 3:2 of the photos to make them a little bit smaller. We can make the images smaller if we want to. Let's say we want the images at 40%, and we want this to be a little bit closer or further away. We can choose to have the read more or not. We can choose to show the excerpt or not. We can do the text content. So if you had a really long title here, then you might want that shorter or longer. Meta is like the categories here. So let's say primary. Okay, so primary meta content is categories. So if I had this categories, that would be what could be here. We also have date, author, none. So let's say I had categories as my primary meta, then at the top, we would have the categories. Secondary meta is date. I could also do none. So I could choose not to have anything. And then once I have these categories, there'd be a little category here. And then you can do, let's put date back. We can change the spacing, like depending on how high we wanted it above the title. If I want a bullet or pipe to separate the metadata, we could do that here as well. So you can really play around here. And then however you wanted to style that page, you can do so there. So those are the main styling features. And then to get into actually how to format your blog, all of your main blog pages are just here. So in this case, again, we have 1, 2, 3, just like a portfolio. We're going to come into settings. We're always going to make sure we have an image here, which will be displayed on social and on your main thumbnail. You are going to write an excerpt here about what this little short form about what the blog is about. And then here you're going to have your post URL. So it's going to be something that will show up in Google and it'll be related to the post. So let's say this will be styling, how to style a bookshelf. Let's say that's the title that you have. If let's say you're really into certain keywords, you can be like, how to style a layered boho bookshelf, something like that. And then in SEO, we're going to, again, add the title and description. If you don't add it here, it will just pull from the actual blog post itself. Under options, this is where we're going to publish it or not. So let's say I just started it, it's a draft, then it's going to come into draft, and then I can either post it right now by publishing it. I can schedule it for another time. So that's what that is for. You can add your categories here. So let's say my categories are staging and let's say home renovation and whatever it is. Then that will be the category for this. And let's say I wanted to do tags. I'm going to say luxury. And I'm going to be like, it's like modern, and we're going to do like stainless steel and whatever, walnut. So whatever the tags are. So then let's say you post a lot about luxury products, then someone could then go click on luxury under the tags and it would bring up everything you've tagged as luxury. So you can really go crazy here. I would honestly keep it pretty simple and mostly do your categories, to be honest. So we have your tags, your categories. If you wanted to allow comments, you would click this on and people can comment at the bottom of your post. Featured post just means that you can actually go ahead and feature it on a main page if you wanted to by clicking anything that's featured. So that's those settings there. In order to come in here, this, for example, is blog title 1. It's pretty simple right now. We have your title and then we have your excerpt. To actually go in and create a new post, you can come up here and go to plus, and then here we have a brand new, I'm gonna exit this. We have a brand new post and we can just go in and start typing. So this is your title And then here is like the excerpt. Now what you can start doing is just basically separating your content. So typically on your style guide, I have kind of how you would set it up, but typically this would be an H1, your biggest. And then you might write like a explanatory paragraph here that's like that long. And then maybe you would have an image, and then you're going to have, maybe you have a heading 2 or 3 that's like a subheader, and then you're going to have some more text, and then let's say you're breaking down some bullet points. So now you want to have a heading 4, and then that's like a subtext here, and then you have another one, and that's like another example of something, so of like this main subtopic, and then you have another one here, and then I'm going to do that, and then let's say you have another main point, and this is like your your topic number 2 that you're going to talk about, so you're going to do that. And then, so, you get the point. So your main point, and then you're going to do like your description. And let's say you have subtopics about your main topic that you're kind of breaking down. Then you can use these headings if you wanted to. You could also make this heading 3, and this could be heading 2. It depends on the aesthetic that you're going for. So yeah, that's kind of how you would build out your blog page, and you can put in images if you want to. You can throw in video, you can add image blocks. So that means you could throw in an image collage, image card, you could throw in your freebies, anything that you wanted to do. Another easy way to do this is, let's say you create a template of a blog post style that you really like. Then you're just going to come up here to 3 dots and duplicate it. And then now you've got a draft. So then always just save this. So your settings, let's do in the post title, this is going to be your draft post. So this could be your template that you always use. I'm going to save that. So this is your draft post template. You've perfected how you always want your post to lay out. And then you can just come in here again and duplicate, keep your original, and then start editing your copy. So it just makes it a little bit easier to kind of keep blogs super easy if you have kind of a standard way that you always wanted to post your blogs. And that's pretty much it. So I hope that helps. Squarespace has tons of great tutorials on how to do things. So again, always reference the Squarespace tutorials, or YouTube as well has a lot of great tutorials and unique ways of styling that you can check out in the future.